The story of the Tower of Babel, narrated in the book of Genesis, chapter 11, is one of the most emblematic tales in biblical tradition. This narrative unfolds after the flood, when the descendants of Noah began to multiply and populate the earth. In the beginning, everyone spoke a single language, which facilitated communication and cooperation among the people. Motivated by a desire for greatness and unity, the inhabitants of the earth, in a collective spirit, decided to build a city and a tower whose height would reach the heavens. These men and women, who gathered in the plains of Shinar, had grand ambitions. They said to one another, "Come, let us build ourselves a city and a tower that reaches to the heavens, so that we may make a name for ourselves. Otherwise, we will be scattered over the face of the whole earth." This statement reveals not only the pursuit of greatness but also a desire for self-sufficiency and a challenge to the divine order established by God. The builders began to work diligently, using burnt bricks instead of stone and tar instead of mortar. The project progressed quickly, and the tower began to take shape. The sight of an immense structure rising toward the sky represented not only the strength of humanity but also its attempt to reach the divine. However, this ambition did not go unnoticed by God, who observed what was happening on the earth. God saw that the unity and collaboration of humans, while admirable, were dangerous when aligned against His will. In response to the building of the tower, God decided to descend to the earth to see the city and the tower that the people were erecting. Upon witnessing the grandeur of the work and the pride pulsating in the hearts of those who built it, God declared, "Look, the people are one, and they all have the same language. This is only the beginning of what they will do. Now nothing they plan to do will be impossible for them." In His wisdom, God resolved to intervene. To prevent humanity from completing their tower and, consequently, their plans for self-sufficiency, He decided to confuse their languages. As He did so, each group of workers began to speak a different language, resulting in confusion and misunderstanding among them. This sudden change in communication led to the disorganization of the project. The people, unable to understand one another, began to disperse, abandoning the construction of the tower. The city they were building was called Babel, which means confusion. This name was chosen because of the confusion of languages that God brought upon the place. Thus, the tower project was interrupted, and the workers scattered in various directions, forming different nations and peoples across the earth. From this event, the different languages that exist today emerged, and each group that separated took with them their own cultures and traditions. The story of the Tower of Babel offers a profound reflection on the nature of humanity and its relationship with God. It shows how the desire for greatness and unity, when outside of divine purpose, can lead to disintegration and confusion. By scattering the people and confusing their languages, God not only halted the construction of the tower but also established the foundations for the diversity of nations and cultures. The narrative also serves as a warning about human pride. The desire to reach the heavens and make a name for oneself reflects a quest for power and control that contrasts with the humility required in relation to God. Ultimately, Babel is a symbol of the fragility of human plans in the face of divine sovereignty. The story concludes with the reminder that, despite humanity's attempts to unite and build something grand, God is sovereign and has control over the history and destiny of nations. The confusion of languages thus becomes a sign of God's sovereignty and His ability to guide and shape the course of history according to His will.